At the start, thanks so much for joining us. I'm Niklas, this is Amon, we are head of programming. And as first question, maybe could you give us a short description of what your movie Heart of Gold is about and which role did you play in the production?
Well, my movie is about the body and about how the identity lies in the body, and if someone abandons his body, is he still himself? And where is the limit? If we give a little bit and more and more and more, and at one point, are we still ourselves? And well, I was director and I wrote the story with a co-writer, and I was also director of photography. I'm director of photography, and I switched one time to be director, and only one time. I think that was my first and last time.
Right. Yeah, we were pretty impressed with the animation in your movie. And we asked ourselves like how long, what was that process like? How many people were involved, and how long did it take to animate this particular, in this particular style?
That was pretty long, as it's as like very often the part that takes the more time is to find fundings, and that was 6 years for me. And after the movie, all the movie was made in 1 year, and from the beginning to really the end. And the puppet and set constructions was 3 months, and the shooting was almost 3 months too. There was three animators animating each one on one set. Um, and for the puppets and set, I think there was something like 10, 12 people, not all the time, but something like that. And during the shooting, we were only six, three animators, me, an assistant, and intern.
Oh wow, okay. But was that something like you were involved with as a director? Like, did you also are you also into like animating in this style, or was your role just like I'm the director and I'm gonna oversee this and write the story, and were you involved in actually animating and sculpturing stuff?
Now, I was okay to do a lot of things on my movie, but not animating.
Hmm.
I'm not good at it, and I hate to animate. So that was the only thing I really didn't want to do. And so during the shooting, I was director and I was director of photography. So that was my two jobs.
Maybe, I mean, you just said that you hate animating, but I don't know if you can answer this, but like were there some like inspirations being thrown around with the team that like inspired the style of the movie, because it's so, I don't know, it's so I don't know how to describe it, but it's very particular. It's a very particular animation style that you went for, I think.
Well, for me, directing was something all new, and
Hmm.
and that was not easy. I realized that how hard it is to make a movie and to communicate what I wanted. And so at the beginning, there was a lot of retakes, and which is not good at all for production process. And so I made videos for each shot, so that the animators see where we are going to. But if there's an inspiration, I think it's quite obvious. It's Zwankmeyer, which I love his movie about the mud, how it works, and how it is animated, how it's really uh, a character itself. The character can be mixed, can be tortured, everything, and joined together. And also, I cannot draw, and I cannot. So to show my what I wanted to the team, to the set team, I showed a lot of pictures, and I showed many paintings, and mostly Vallotton, which is a French painter from the 19th century. And in his paintings, mostly on interior painting, there are some sets that really look like his painting. Because I really liked what he was doing. It's it looks calm, but with a lot of tension, and with colors very present but very low, like not very bright colors. And also Chirico for the streets, a bit of Hopper sometimes. Many painters that I like, and I wanted to see that in the movie. And that was the first time I was the director of photography of a movie I was directing. And actually, it's not very easy because I used to have a dialogue with the director, but when the dialogue is between you and you, it's not easy at all. And sometimes I was thinking, okay, is it just an idea for the lighting, but it's not good for the movie? And that was a lot of dialogues between me and me.
But it looks beautiful either way, I think. But another question we ask is, maybe you can answer this to us. So if I understand it right, you sculpted the characters? They got sculpted, or were they drawn, or something like that? Animated with computer.
It's all stop motion, so it's all
Stop
puppets.
motion.
Yeah.
So
It's all real puppets.
how many faces do you had to sculpt for those many expressions your characters had?
Only one by character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's like clay, and that's something I really wanted, that the face can move like Wallace and Gromit faces. So actually just one, and the expression were really sculpted on the face. And so the puppets were made. The inside of the puppet, it was a skeleton, and inside the head there was only a mask of clay, so we can sculpt them.
So the puppets are still there.
They are still there, but they were made of clay, and clay ages very bad.
I understand.
And each character had his own recipe for clay, because the old lady is like more like rocks. She's very dry, and the young one is very wet, like more alive. And so each character has a recipe. Like for this one, it's I don't know, 50 grams of wood, 20 grams of tobacco, and each one has a little recipe to have his personal clay identity.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting. Did anyone like take home some props from the movie? Like, I mean, you built the whole set, I guess, and also the characters. Did you
Just
like
wait.
take some trinkets?
Everything was real, so I took
Ah.
a little house.
Amazing.
Yeah. There was two scales of a set, and this one was for the large shots, so it's very little. But there's another scale because the puppets cannot be that small. It's too complicated for animation. So there was another scale with the normal puppets that were 25-30 centimeters tall. But this one was so cute. It's like a bird house.
Yeah,
It looks
exactly.
great.
Yeah, we asked ourselves a little bit like about the story. I mean, you said that you co-wrote the story of the movie, and you already said that it's like about giving yourself like away, or giving your body maybe away. But also like the movie features some like themes like of like, I guess, capitalist society. Was that something that you wanted to tackle with the film, or is it primarily that you were going for this, I don't know, mother son kind of relationship, or what were your thoughts about the story like when you began writing it?
Well, I didn't think that wide. I thought it in more intimate level, but if it can make you think that, I'm perfectly okay with it.
Okay, so it's open for discussion, maybe. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and another question we have about the topic is like, in the end, the movie raises the question whether the woman who gets chosen by the child in the end is now his real mother. Do you have yourself as a director an opinion on that matter, or do you want to leave this question to the audience?
Who is a real mother?
Oh,
Well, I have
nice.
a robot with no feeling, or a person who looks the same, who is made of the same mud as him, who is nice to him. For me, there is no doubt that the child chooses the person that used to be the old lady, but actually she became a real mother.
Yeah. It was also like um parts of the movie when we were first watching it seemed actually something like out of a body horror movie. Would you consider your movie like parts of the that I'm thinking of like scenes where the heart gets removed or the lungs get removed and it's like cut open, and it was actually kind of terrifying because of the animation style. And like you said, it's all made of clay and it's got that kind of yeah, Wallace and Gromity look to it. And there was like something out of a horror movie maybe. And would you describe it like that or something, or was that something that you had in mind that it had to be like this like body thing?
Well, I think I don't have a normal feeling about body horror. For me, it was like I didn't think I did an horrific movie, but in the festival, he's doing all the horror and sci-fi festival.
Ah,
And so, okay, maybe it's more horrific than I thought, but well, everything is relative. For me, often I say that something is very cute, and people say, but no, it's so creepy, it's not cute. So maybe it is. But I would never have done this movie in live action. It would be very gore.
yeah.
Yeah. So the animation gives some kind of distance. It's still just clay. It can be horrible, but it's still some clay. So it's not that obvious. Not too much. Yeah, a little bit of distance.
It's just more beautiful this way, I guess,
Yeah.
than with a gory, realistic movie.
Yeah. I
So
didn't
yeah,
want something realistic, and also materials are very important. Like she trades her body made of clay for gold, something very beautiful and strong and eternal. And I didn't like it's just a trade of materials.
yeah. It's also maybe, could you say that there is a certain topic of greed then when she's trading gold for clay for gold?
Yeah,
Yeah,
completely.
nice, nice.